I'm a psychiatrist, and I make mental health education videos. The topic for today comes from a viewer who asked, can you do a video about tantrums and emotional meltdowns? You bet. Let's talk about tantrums and emotional meltdowns. The person experiencing the meltdown may be overwhelmed with the emotion and unable to regulate or control it. They may lash out, become combative, or appear to be out of control. A meltdown is a word that's used to describe an episode of uncontrolled, excessive, and often irrational anger, or another intense emotion like fear or sadness. Underlying mental health conditions such as mood disorders, anxiety disorders, PTSD, personality disorders, or dementia can make it difficult for adults to regulate their emotions and may lead to meltdowns. If a person has experienced abuse or neglect as a child, they may be more likely to have difficulty regulating their emotions and controlling their behavior in times of stress. Childhood adversity can also make one more vulnerable to developing mental health problems in adulthood, which can increase the risk of emotional dysregulation and subsequent tantrums or meltdowns. Physical illnesses and medical conditions can also cause emotional dysregulation and contribute to certain medications and substances can also play a role. For example, substance-induced psychosis can cause people to become delusional and hallucinate, which can lead to aggressive or self-injurious behavior. For children, behavioral therapies such as applied behavior analysis, parent management training, and social skills training can help children learn how to regulate their emotions and control their behavior. In adults, psychotherapy, medication, or a combination of both can be helpful. Psychotherapy can help adults explore the underlying causes of their emotional dysregulation and develop coping skills. Medication can be used to treat co-occurring mental health conditions such as depression, anxiety, or bipolar disorder, which may contribute to emotional instability. It is a behavioral response that children use when they lack the emotional and verbal ability to communicate their feelings and needs in an acceptable way. They are genuinely struggling to cope with their emotions and may need our understanding and support rather than judgment or criticism. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Tantrums can manifest as kicking, screaming, yelling, crying, holding their breath, or even faint. The term tantrum is often used interchangeably with meltdown. But technically, a tantrum is a type of meltdown that typically occurs in children. So what causes tantrums and meltdowns? There are many possible causes depending on the age of the person. In young children, it can be a reaction to frustration, tiredness, hunger, or other basic needs not being met. As children get older, they develop more advanced language and emotional regulation skills. But some continue to have trouble controlling their emotions. This can be due to a variety of factors, including an inability to adequately perceive social cues, rejection by peers, not being able to do a desired activity, or not having control over their environment. Children with certain neurodevelopmental conditions, such as autism spectrum disorder, ADHD, mood disorders, anxiety disorders, or learning disabilities, may also have difficulty regulating their emotions and may be more prone to having tantrums or meltdowns. In adults, emotional meltdowns are usually a result of an inability to cope with stress, anxiety, or other intense emotions. Another cause of tantrums and meltdowns is maltreatment in childhood. And finally, some people may use tantrums or other manipulative behaviors as a form of emotional blackmail or to get attention or sympathy from others. So, how are tantrums and meltdowns treated? Treatment depends on the underlying It is important to remember that people who experience tantrums or meltdowns are not doing it intentionally to be manipulative or difficult. If this video was helpful, please like and share it.